Hey dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome back to my channel. It is that time that I get a new mini bullet journal set up. So I'm going to be using this mint one by Create with Pen, getting this like set up with some decorations and stuff, and then getting set up for the month of May in here, since my other one is running out after this month. So I've decided to go ahead and switch into this cover again, since it's spring. Lilac is giving all the spring summery vibes. So yeah, we're going with the mint and this, and then just I have some things here that I probably want to decorate with, and these will be like the decorations for the month. So I just wanted to explain that really quick, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now that I'm all set up with the decorations and all that jazz, it's time to get my calendar and everything that I use for the month set up. And so I'm starting with the calendar, and if you've not been here before to my channel, I like to count out 5 by 5 boxes. I usually start out with pencil because if I just do it straight with pen, I typically make a mistake. Now I will say this time I actually made a mistake even with the pencil. However, it wasn't a big mistake, and it was something that was very easily rectified. So yeah, here I'm counting out my 5 by 5 boxes, and then once I'm done with that and getting it all done, I will go in and ink it with my pen. Now I will say I typically like to do the calendar as it is laid out, so like as the days come, so it's all wonky. It's not just a square. I do it the way it looks like on the actual calendar. So yeah, and also I'm a Sunday start person. I like Sunday start. That's just what I'm used to. So that's what I do here. And so I'm getting that done. So as you can see, like the calendar goes down here on the left side, and it's higher on the right. So yeah, and that's where I messed up on the right side, and you'll see me when I fix it. And so I'm just getting the shell of the calendar kind of inked out first. And typically what I like to do is get the shell done, and it takes a little more time when it's kind of more wonky. But yeah, whatever. I get the shell done first, and then I like to go in and get all the, either however I start, all the vertical lines done, and then all of the horizontal lines done, so I'm not going back and forth, moving it around like 50 million times while I'm doing it. So as you can see, all of the vertical lines went down first, and now I'm doing all of the horizontal lines here. And so getting that down, and as I said, I will come back and fix the mistake that I made. And the mistake that I made was, um, it was what month we go? May actually starts out on a Friday, and as you can see there, my thing only goes to my thing started out with Saturday, so I just have to add another box there at the top, and I don't realize it until I am dating the squares. So when I go through with the 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc., that's when I realized that I made a mistake, because I know it's supposed to be 31 days. And I know that last square is supposed to be where it's at, and it's supposed to be 31, but I'm only getting 30, and I'm like, hold up, I messed up. What is wrong? And I looked at it again. I was like, duh, Jade, bonehead move. And I was like, I just need to add this square back. So thankfully, as I said, it was a very, very easy fix. And I can just put this square in, and I'm good to go. And I just change the numbers. I don't even bother with white out. I just write over it, because I'm really not that precious about this. I don't care. I know what the numbers are supposed to be, etc., etc. So yeah, just getting all the numbers in. And I forget at first, but I do like to go in and write the days of the week at the top there. So as you can see, I thought I what do you call it? Stenciled out May, like I thought I did it on camera, but I must be missing the footage, because as you see, May is already there. But I used my big stencil because May is only 3 letters, so I was able to use my larger one. And then I put the days of the week at the top, and then I'm just putting a little washi tape. So here is where I just do a little decoration around the calendar to kind of jazz it up more, and then I will color the May in with a comparable color to that washi tape and the decorations that are around it. So this yeah, I'm putting some more washi tape up there just to kind of fill in that space there, that in that gap under where the days of the week are. So the uh clip art that I use is actually a design bundles clip art. It's by this specific artist. I can't remember her name. However, I will try to link to it, because instead of getting it off of Etsy, I just ended up, excuse me, buying it off the design bundles, who features the artist, etc., etc., and all that kind of stuff. So use that, downloaded that, and it was very, very cheap. I think it was like $3 and change that I paid for it, and so I made them into stickers on my silhouette. So I have a question, you all, for my silhouette users. I am still using a Cameo 3. It has worked perfectly fine for me for a very long time. However, lately my cuts have been slightly off, and I have done everything under the sun I know to fix it. I do have new, except I hadn't changed the blade to a new one yet, and I have new blades coming. They should come in tomorrow, so I'm gonna try that. That's the only other thing I can think of. But if it's still not cutting right, if anybody has any tips or tricks, please let me know. I mean, I have calibrated the machine. I have fixed the alignment. I've done got a new pad. A new the thing. The standard grip, a mat. Jesus Christ, I got a new mat. Everything I can think of, I've done, and it's still off, and I don't know why. Anyway, I'm to the point where I'm done with the calendar now. It's all decorated and everything like that. I'm getting myself set up for my media. So what I watched during the month of May, and what I will listen to, and books that I read for May. And I'm getting myself set up with 3 little boxes here to start. Of course, it will fill out, and of course, I'll have way more TV shows and movies to put in here, so I'll have to add to that. And then I get myself set up for my online orders for the month, because I like to keep track of what I'm ordering, because I will go through the process, and I'm like later, like, didn't I order such and such, and like it never came or whatever. And so yeah, this is how I keep up with what I'm ordering online. So I will have a spot for the site or the store that I purchased from, the cost of it. Also, I will put down the date that I ordered it, the date that it shipped, and the date that I received whatever it is that I ordered. Just so I can go through the entire process and know and just keep track of my online orders, because sometimes it's like a lot during the month and sometimes it's very few during the month, so it just depends on what's going on and whatnot like that. So I'm just keeping track of that, and then I will get myself set up for the very first day of May by just putting May 1st here at the top. And this is the day, this is the page I'll keep track of what I'm doing during what time, etc., etc. And then on the other side, I'll do a recap of my day. Okay, I'm all set up. I got this set up, decorated the way I wanted. I decided on using the Thousand Sunny ship of One Piece. This is the Straw Hat's second ship. So I just use that, covered over the design on the front, even though I like the design on the front. So maybe next time I won't cover it. It just depends. Anyway, moving on. So that's what I use there. And Zoro is pretty much a staple on the inside cover for me now. I will probably shuffle him out and use other images, but for now I'm sticking with Zoro because I had it printed already and I really didn't feel like doing a whole lot of printing and cutting to set this up. I just didn't have it in me. So yeah, anyway, use a quote sticker from like a quote sticker book from Happy Planner, and instead of using the plastic, I used one of these little cellophane bags I've had in my stash for a while. I actually picked these up from the Paper Source. If anybody is interested in where I found them, I'm sure you can buy these online too somewhere. This is just where I ended up getting them from. And what I did was just cut it down to like 2.5 inches and pasted it in there. Cut the side off because it's a little too long, and just closed it up with some tape. And then of course you saw me take down that little wonky page. I can't stand that wonky page. So here's my calendar for the month. Use these spring-like images. Really loving the tones of these colors. Kind of muted. Just easy spring. Easy, cool spring or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, that's that on that. And then I've got myself set up for my May watch list. So I have 3 boxes ready for me to start putting down what I watched, and of course there'll be more. And then I have books read and playlists, so what I was listening to on repeat, and then my books will go down here. And then I have myself set up for whatever I happen to order online for this month, for the month of May. So it's like, excuse me, I have the site and store. I have however much it costs, the date that I ordered it, the date that it shipped, and the date that I received it, just so I can keep track of what's coming in, when it's coming in, all that kind of stuff. Because I have before ordered some stuff and it's taking forever, and I'm like, didn't I order such and such, whatever. So yeah, so I have to keep track of that anyway. And then I have myself already set up for May 1st to keep track of what I'm doing during the course of the day. And then over here I'll just kind of write a recap of what happened during the day. So that is pretty much it for this. As I said, I'll be using this new, not new, fairly new, not new, okay, it's not a new chic, it's a Chic Sparrow like traveler's notebook slash, what do you call it, folio situation that I've had for a while. I just haven't used it in a long while. I've been using my other one, and I just felt like this would be good for the spring vibes. I did go over this because it was a little dirty. I did go over this with a baby wipe, and it pretty much rubbed all of that grime and dirt right out of it. And of course, as you see, it did not affect the leather. So for this, at least you can use a baby wipe. I wonder if I can use it on this one that I have now. But I do, if not, I'll test a little patch. But I don't think I'm going to do too much because I don't want to ruin this. But I will be treating it with some leather cleaner or whatever you call it soon. And I'll do that on camera if anybody's interested. So yeah, as you can see, I am almost done with this. And yeah, I'll be moving into this soon come the end of the week. So that is it for the setup. If anybody has any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust you all have been safe and well. Appreciate all the love and support, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.